Testing, testing. Hello, YouTube. If you happen to be watching or listening, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be covering a few stuff today. I was going to cover the video project that I mentioned, but I actually just managed to finish the art that I was talking about yesterday. I just finished it actually like about like half an hour or an hour ago. So I'm gonna talk more. I'm gonna talk about the video and everything that I did in tomorrow's stream because I don't want to like rush that right now. I want to like make sure I spend like a decent amount of time talking about it, especially since we have like because Nene has her stream right now. I was watching it for the most part, and so I want to get back to that. Shazu has one of like she kind of did like a whole like bit, and so she has one I think in like 10 minutes or so. I do want to catch that. But I especially want to catch Lua. She has her karaoke stream later, if I recall correctly. And then Nami has her Shenmue Gorilla, if I recall correctly. So yeah, I'll be just trying to tune in for some of those. So I'm not gonna keep the stream too long. Plus, it's raining right now, so the audio is gonna be really bad. I don't want to, for anyone who happens to be listening, I don't want to make this as long as it already is. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit. But I did want to make at least one stream today because actually. We just had with Tropical Precure, with the anime pretty much coming to a close for the most part, and I mean it is crazy to see that is coming to a close. Let me just check right here for a bit. I just want to see the audio. Okay, I think the audio seems to be okay. All right, there you go. Anyway, I was saying that is kind of weird, like with Tropical Rouge Precure coming to an end. I mean, because I've been watching for the past several years now. Star Trek Precure was really good. Hugto was hilarious and a lot of comfy fun. We had Healing Good, which was overall great. I know some people maybe didn't like it as much, but I really enjoyed it, especially when it was like literally during the pandemic. The fact that the anime was able to continue on despite like the issues like with making the anime because of the pandemic, that was like really. I'm really happy I was able to watch it. And with Tropical Rouge, I don't know, maybe it was just me, but this anime or this season kind of felt like it ran by really quickly. But I still loved it. I still enjoyed it. All the girls were great. It's a lot of fun, and even like the fights, especially, were like really good. So I'll probably talk about the anime concluding, talk more about it later this week, hopefully. But yeah, it's just kind of I don't know. It's kind of the things where like you see an anime coming to an end. You don't want it to end. You want it to continue, but at the same time, you can understand when a story has come to its conclusion. But I digress. That's just like my opinion. If you have any thoughts on Precure, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Or even if you've never watched it, let me know. I definitely recommend it. I mentioned it before. I really like the Precure series that I've been watching right now for a few years now. It's really good. I definitely recommend it. The animation is great. All the girl characters are like fantastic, and they all have their moment in the spotlight. It's a lot of fun. So I just wanted to scroll down because we actually see I believe it's the final card that we see. And actually here, this is something I've been loving is that like I don't know if it's showing on screen right now, but basically they'll show like how the previous main character will kind of be moving on like towards the next main character we kind of see here, and I'm really excited for the next series. I'm really looking forward to it. I believe it's called Delicious Cure, Delicious something like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But if you've watched Precure, let me know in the comments, or even if you've never watched it, let me know, or any like these kind of like anime and stuff. But overall I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the anime, and I would definitely recommend it. Something you should watch if you like anime in general. So let me check the anime TikTok to see if there's any other stuff. Ooh, Salary's Club had its first episode today. I might check that out. Let me see if I can read the summary for a bit. And then we have, let's see, Miss Koritsu from the Monster Development. Oh, I've heard of this. I heard about this a bit. I saw some clips of it on Twitter too. So I would like to check that out as well. Realist on episode 17, so I'm looking for that. That's still going on. I'm definitely going to watch it. Then, of course, we have two really good ones. Akabe Sailor's Uniform and then My Dress Up Darling. This one I'm really excited for, more so. Because I believe in the dub now that the dub is coming out, the female actress, the voice actress, is actually, she's a streamer on Twitch. I actually watch her a bit. She's amazing. Definitely fits, in terms of voice-wise, she definitely fits. So I'm really glad they actually went with her because she is a voice actress. And the fact that she actually got chosen for the role, that's wonderful. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't watch all anime in dubs. I know some people don't like dub anime, D-U-B. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on those. But I actually enjoy them. The Fairy Tail anime is great, but the dub is especially good. I love the dub. That's what really got me into watching more anime ever since then. The Pokemon dub, the 4Kids dub, classic. I love the Pokemon anime, and the dub has always been really good in my opinion. One of my favorites was during like the Advanced Generation and Black and Diamond and Pearl. During those series, the dub was very well done in my opinion. I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was great. So yeah, I'm actually really excited for this, not just for the main anime, but also the dub. I know some people may not, like I said, some people may not like it, but that's okay. I personally enjoy it, and I would definitely recommend it. What else we got? We have the strongest sage with the weakest chest. So I kind of mentioned this before. Seems like a classic isekai. Let me see the salaryman. This could be kind of interesting. I like the character designs. That could be kind of neat. This is work life and sports, saying Reman's Club is set in a badminton business group depicting the two different aspects of daily life as a salaryman, as well as growth and conflicts as players. The anime follows Mikoto Shiratori, a prodigy badminton player who suffers from a trauma following a loss at an inter-high tournament. Whoa. He becomes a salaryman at the Sunlight Beverage Company and befriends Tatsuro Mayasumi, sorry for mispronunciation, the best performing player and salesman on the team. So this could be kind of interesting. I might tune in for this. As I said, I always try to give each anime like its own chance with like one episode and such. If you check this out, let me know in the comments. But I definitely want to at least watch the first episode, just to give it a chance. And this overall intro art is kind of interesting. I like these character designs. This one, especially the one at the top rung, like how he's holding his tie. I think that's really cool. So I might check that out and watch more than just the typical one episode. But yeah, if you've been watching it, let me know in the comments. What we got here? Causing panic with rhetoric. Oh yeah, that's just the whole U.S.-Russia thing with like Ukraine and such. Willy Wonka. What does that have to do with YouTubers? I won't get into that too much. This is your typical like right-wing thing, like just whining about vaccines. Like, dude, come on, just why are you whining? Precure, I kind of mentioned. I actually think it's awesome the fact that it's trending on Twitter. Precure, that's great. That's wonderful. But yeah, kind of going back to that mandate thing. Like, dude, if you're whining about it, like, just deal with it. Spotify lost $4 billion in market value in the week of the Neil Young controversy. Oh yeah, best wishes with Neil Young. Like the fact that he actually like say what you want on him, but he stood up for what he believed in. Like compare that to someone like the other person in this controversy, or I guess you could tell just a little bit of like a story you would say, like with Joe Rogan, who will just like stick to whatever he believes in, and then but like at the end of the day, he won't actually like acknowledge like any like fault in like his beliefs. Like he'll just actually just move the goalpost, and then whenever he gets called out on it, like again, it's just the typical thing you see from like a judge, from your typical right winger. Like that whole fact check thing that happened in real time, like on his podcast, which is hilarious because usually like with that thing, like he'll like invite people specifically because they won't like necessarily like, challenge him at the end of the day. Like he had on recently Jordan Peterson of all things. Like again, you're like who's like if you don't know, Jordan Peterson has been kind of making the rounds more so lately ever since like he somewhat recovered because like he had like a whole like I think it was like a whole meat diet if I recall correctly. That was just kind of messed up really. It was funny too though, but I digress. But he seems to have recovered somewhat since then. But yeah, and now if you don't know, basically he's kind of like the more incel route, the right wing political edge. So it wasn't exactly surprising to see him on Joe Rogan. I think he's been on there once before. But yeah, and it's your typical right wing sewage. If you want to watch that, do that. But there's better things to watch to be entertained than like just your typical chud. Game Freak. I'm guessing this because of Pokemon. I mentioned it before with Pokemon Arceus. Now that's out. Really looking. I actually kind of want to play because I've been seeing a lot of really good clips and a lot of really good things being said about it online and on Twitter and such. I wish I could play this vid. I think this has to do with the celestial fruit. I wish I could do it, but I mean, if you know anything about copyright, it sucks on the internet. But I digress. I mean, I think we can all agree it's not exactly the best. But yeah, I definitely do want to check out the games. Oh yeah, here we have the again with the Neil Young thing. Again, best wishes to Neil Young. Props to him for standing up for what he believes in. Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw this in the because I was watching. Not only did I watch a Lua play, but actually Aruru is doing her playthrough right now. Actually, I might tune in a bit more for that too. But basically, like at least from what I've seen in the intro, something happens where like basically God talks to you. God in this case being Arceus, and then like he gives you like your phone. Like it's like that because there was this one isekai a few years ago. It was like in another world with my smartphone. Only in this case, instead of a smartphone, it's literally just a phone that God gave you, and they say, oh hey, go search this older version of the Sinnoh region. Which again, it looks to be pretty interesting because I'm actually really curious. And I've seen some pretty solid clips and stuff about it. And let's see. Okay, here we go. I think that's most of it for now. Maybe there's some other stuff I can cover. Just a few more minutes, because again, like I said, I do want to tune into to show you the stream, and then of course Lua has her karaoke later, so I definitely want to tune in for that, as well as Nami with her stream. Why isn't it moving? My internet might be a bit slow, I think. I don't know. But Trump has a rally, really? Oh, I didn't know. Trump has, I guess, a rally in Texas. I mean, it's your typical thing. If you're still, if you're on the right, you might tune in for Trump. Otherwise, you're just kind of like angry that he didn't even go too far enough, and you want to sit for DeSantis at this point, which is again just as sad, if not more sad, because like I said, he's just the Florida version of Trump. DeSantis is no better. If anything, he's worse because he wasn't even like Trump. He kind of just adopted it. Like Trump, at least you can say about him, like with horrible policies, etc. He pretty much like he'll say what he like thinks straightforwardly. As he pretty much always has, and you can tell like just in terms of policy wise, he's always been bad. But again, you go in there knowing that you know that he's like horrible with his policies and such. But meanwhile, with DeSantis, he was very much different from Trump in terms of like how he approached things. And ultimately, when Trump eventually like helped him, he kind of like adopted it, made his own approach of it, and now like you see that in Florida and such. So yeah, like I said, he's just a Florida version of Trump. I don't want to get too much into that. I've already said I've already talked about him in the past. But it's very clear that he's trying to run for president, which is hilarious because then Trump gets angry about it. Meanwhile, you'll have some on the right like just desperately trying to simp for him, even though like especially with COVID, like over there in Florida, oof, just oof. Let me check CNN. Anything here? I'm gonna end this in a little bit, like you said. I did see the thing about Neil Young. Whale shaped planes. That's kind of neat. I like killer whales. Killer whales are orcas, one of my favorite animals. Oh gosh, TikTok. Ooh, TikTok. TikTok actually has some videos. I know some people may think all TikTok is bad. It does have some good, decent videos. It just depends on like kind of fixing the algorithm to fix what you like. Kind of the same thing with YouTube. Like don't let the algorithm control you. You control the algorithm and what you want to see. But again, yeah, it's TikTok. That's enough said. Anything else here? Let me check something first. Oh yeah, we're good. We're still good. Ruru and Nene are still doing their stream, so I'm probably going to tune in for that. Plus, I think Shanzu has hers later, as well as, like I said, with Dua and Nami. So I will try to cover the other stuff, like I mentioned from the art stuff that I did earlier today, that I, thank goodness I finally finished for the most part. There's like a video thing, not as much as the first one that I did. It's just more so because there's like a, well, actually, I'll save it. I'd rather just save it for tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to try to work on that too, but at least for the art, at least for the most part, I finished. So I'm really happy about that, and that it all turned out pretty well for the most part. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. We have Tom Brady, such again with sports. I don't really cover sports. Trump holding this rally again. You already at this point, if you're still like into Trump, or you even vote, if you even like supported or voted for Trump, like dude, you already lost. Precure already talked about. I'm gonna miss Precure. Tropical Rouge Precure. I always see them again, as we usually do sometimes. But yeah, they were great. Definitely check them out if you haven't already. The anime. Especially with subs, because subs will be out. And then watch Primadia, also with the new episode today, I believe. Definitely check it out. And again, really good anime as well. So I think that'll be it. I'm just going to end it there. Another more shorter stream, but like I said, I'll cover more stuff tomorrow. But for anyone who happened to tune in, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Take care. Have a good night. Best wishes.